Happy Saturday, members of the Altcoin Buzz Army. Matty here with you on this weekend. Hope you're having a great one. We have new all-time highs to discuss. What else is new for Ethereum, for Binance Coin? OKB is soaring just almost to ridiculous proportions. We'll take a look at that. But it's more than just all-time highs. We're going to take a more kind of sobered stance at why Ethereum can very justifiably support a $10,000 price tag per Ether token. We'll take a look at that, as well as news out of Chainlink. DAFI protocol is in the news. XFI, AIOZ, we're discussing them again. Blank Wallet, Convergence, ZeroSwap. And we'll take a look at developments out of StorX and Firo, of course. Guys, if you like this kind of content, we cover Bitcoin, we cover blockchain, we cover cryptocurrency. We also cover altcoins, of course, our bread and butter. And, people differ when it comes to their opinions on altcoins. Ultimately, I feel that Bitcoin and Ethereum now especially is more a store of value than ever before. So those are my kind of long-term holds. Altcoins, with a few exceptions, are more ephemeral. I'm going to treat them in a more fickle nature. But I think at the same time, the flip side of that coin is that altcoins is what allows you to make the most money in this space, because their movement to the upside as well as the downside, but their movement to the upside is what provides the most potential. So if you guys enjoy our coverage of altcoins, then be sure to like and subscribe to Altcoin Buzz. Ethereum, at the time of this recording, is in new all-time high territory right now, $2,870. But officially, its all-time high was set not that long ago. Actually, here we have 7 minutes ago, $2,880. Sometimes this CoinGecko data doesn't reflect all that well on sort of the short-term timescales, because I thought this was a little bit closer to 2,900 myself. Depending on what you're using, you may see a different price reflected. But there you have it. By the way, total market cap up again now 4.6% over these last 24 hours. So we're doing pretty nicely. Let's circle back to Ethereum in just a second, because whether we're 28, 2,900, $3,000, I still think that's kind of, you limit yourself if you think that's anywhere near the top. We're going to give you guys 10 reasons as to why specifically Ethereum can support, or the Ether token, I should say, can support a $10,000 price valuation. Let's first take a look at Binance Coin here. Pay homage to BNB, now $622 with, wow, a market cap, I should note, just below $100 billion right now, $96.5 billion. BNB in new all-time high territory, set 10 hours ago, $638.27. So in an almost unceremonious way, and I say that because Binance Coin is now rising sort of with the rest of the market, whereas before it was like a lone wolf performer, just out of left field, destroying everything in its path and kind of doing that independently. But it's nice to see Binance Coin joining the rest of the projects in the cryptocurrency space, right? Rising with that general tide now that's lifting all ships. I should go back and note that Bitcoin is also performing well. Yesterday, I think at the time of the video's recording, Bitcoin was just below 57K, so now 57.68. That's up 2.9% on the day. Double-digit gains over the course of these last 7 days, because we've now moved far away from those violent dips that we saw now over a week ago. So that's nice to see. One of the best performers of the day, in fact, I believe it's the top performer in the top 100. Yeah, absolutely. OKB. So this is the utility token for the OKX exchange, okx.com. You may or may not use OKX. I used to use OKX, to be perfectly candid with you guys. And I believe I may have some assets that are sitting on the exchange, but I haven't opened up OKX in a little while. OKB, in line with our thesis that Binance Coin has been exploding, the Huobi token has been exploding, KCS KuCoin's token has been performing very, very well in these last few months. So we're seeing a lot of these exchange utility tokens just skyrocket up again, as you can see. So up 65.7% on the day, $34.64. That is indeed a new all-time high. And this is kind of what I meant about that short-term data on CoinGecko.com. Like, clearly right now, we're at an all-time high, 34.64, and it's not quite reflected just yet. It's still saying $32.79. No, all-time high, at least according to CoinGecko.com, $34.64. So for those of you that hold OKB, to be honest, we don't talk about it all that much on Altcoin Buzz, to our own detriment. It's something perhaps that we should have covered more, but you should stay up to speed. OKX, that's at OKX, OKEX is the Twitter handle. They're doing great work, and I haven't been able to pinpoint specifically at the time of this breaking news what it is that's, just propelling OKB into the stratosphere here. But kudos to token holders and to the exchange and to that growing ecosystem. It's great to see. All right, let's talk about growing ecosystems in the context of Ethereum now. We're on this CoinGape.com article. Ethereum hits new all-time highs, top 10 fundamental reasons why we're not even close to the top of this altcoin bull cycle for Ethereum. 10 reasons why ETH can hit and support $10,000. So you guys know the exposition here. I don't think I have to go through some of the context of what ETH has been up to. Basically, we've been on a pretty significant price rise really the last couple of weeks now. Ethereum has been outperforming Bitcoin. That's starting to change because Bitcoin is kind of coming around, but Ethereum has just been almost like independently, similar to what I was describing with Binance Coin earlier. Ethereum has just been killing it like in an independent basis, and I would argue sustaining a lot of the rest of the market during that time that Bitcoin was kind of down and consolidating in the lower 50K range. But this is not about Bitcoin. This is about Ethereum. So just rapid fire here. You guys can check this out at your own leisure. But let's go through these 10 reasons why Ethereum can hit $10,000. Number one, there's a massive demand currently for ETH block space as the Ethereum blockchain overshadows its peers with the average daily fee paid around $18 billion. Number two, as of date, the Ethereum blockchain network settles $30.5 billion of value every day, which is twice that of the Bitcoin blockchain network. So think about that. Ethereum's network settles $30.5 billion. That's not, a third, a fifth. That's not half. That's double what the Bitcoin blockchain network settles. Doing some quick math, presumably Bitcoin settles 15, point whatever billion dollars on a daily basis. So that's something that we have to remind ourselves of, at least in terms of that metric. Ethereum is a leader even ahead of Bitcoin. Reason number three, the daily active addresses for Ethereum are on a continuous rise and have reached a new all-time high above 625,000 in recent times. Moving right along, Ethereum is slowly emerging as an institutional grade technology with the explosive growth of the DeFi activity this year. Of the total, $65 billion locked in DeFi. A majority of the DeFi projects are on Ethereum. And actually, just checking in here for a live update, we're on DeFiPulse.com. As you can see, that's a number that needs to be adjusted basically as soon as your article is printed because it changes all the time, sometimes to the downside. But overall, as you can see, the trend is to the upside. $67.89 billion US dollars right now locked into Ethereum-based DeFi platforms. Reason number five, continuing, the monthly Ethereum-based DEX decentralized volume has surged 60 times over. These are only cryptocurrency. You can see numbers like this. 60 times over the last year, moving past $60 billion. I love it. So it was only $1 billion last year. Now it's 60 billion. That's a 60-fold increase. Fantastic. Number six, due to strong Ethereum liquidity, synthetic cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin, are represented on the Ethereum blockchain. The supply of synthetic Bitcoins on the Ethereum blockchain has crossed $200,000. Reason number seven, NFTs, of course, are supported by the Ethereum ecosystem and the Ethereum blockchain. NFT sales on Ethereum have been skyrocketing, as you guys know, and as we've been covering, and have recently surpassed $600 million. Number eight, Ethereum-based Polygon network currently processes $1 million in daily transactions. It has also onboarded some of the biggest DeFi projects like Aave. Number nine, the Ethereum blockchain network currently has more than $50 billion in outstanding stablecoin supply. And the Ethereum blockchain is all headed for an EIP 1559 upgrade that will considerably reduce the issue of rising gas fees for its users. There are also a few other reasons I can, off the top of my head, include in this list. So not exactly exhaustive, but a good solid 10 reasons for a $10,000 Ethereum over time. A couple of just reasons off the top of my head. Don't forget this was now months ago, weeks ago. No, it was months ago. But don't forget the integration plans that Visa has now publicly announced with the Ethereum blockchain. That's one reason. Another big reason that to me eclipses all that we just saw on this list is the fact that the OCC, the Office of the Comptroller of Currency, has basically paved the way, thrown out a red carpet for us, and said that American banks can now settle their transactions in stablecoins for interbank transfers. What do you think the base layer of those stablecoin networks are going to be? It's Ethereum. So positivity for Ethereum, and positivity for that stablecoin interbank transaction network translates into positivity for Ethereum. And another big macro reason, a very important overarching reason, is just the fact that we've never seen so little Ethereum on the exchanges. Ethereum's price is going up. It's being taken off the exchanges. People are hoarding it. Whales are buying it and storing it. They're taking it off the exchanges. They don't have any intention, seemingly, of selling it. And that's a perfect dynamic combined with everything else. That's a perfect dynamic for that right blend, that right intersection point on the supply-demand equilibrium curve. Very good news all around. I think 10K is a realistic expectation for this cycle. Long term, and I'm talking like multiple bear markets, multiple bull markets from now, I think Ethereum could go a lot higher. Like years, maybe decades from now, 6-figure Ethereum. Entirely possible. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments below. Hope you guys have your 32 ETH, or at least that hope that you're working up to it, because I think that's life-changing money. You kind of you stake it, you forget it, and it's just passive income for the rest of your life in an asset that is going to be appreciating wildly over these next few years. So let me know your thoughts about that, guys, where you think the price of Ethereum is going. Which of these reasons are you most bullish about? Sound off in the comments below. Here we have some other good news out of Chainlink, which is actually performing pretty nicely, getting back up to that $40 mark that it fell away from. Link, that is. So at Chainlink here on Twitter, this from yesterday, Chainlink is proud to partner with UNICEF in supporting the UNICEF Innovate Fund and Crypto Fund, providing social impact-driven startups with funding and mentorship for building blockchain-based and open source solutions for emerging markets. A pretty big announcement from Chainlink here. It's a little bit reminiscent, I suppose, of, we don't exactly know how this is going to manifest as far as this partnership, but this is a little bit reminiscent to me of the work that Charles Hoskinson is doing with Cardano in Ethiopia and across Africa now, the work that ADA is doing, kind of outreach work, kind of, altruistic work, I suppose, arguably. So again, Chainlink partners with UNICEF Innovation Fund to support blockchain-enabled applications in emerging markets. I love it. DAFI protocol is in the news here once again. Create your own D tokens. The power of the new Simulate platform, we covered this yesterday, enables you to create synthetic D tokens from existing cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, such as Ethereum, Aave, and Chainlink. Next, DAFI staked for synthetic rewards on multiple chains. Check out the write-up here, dafiprotocol.medium.com. Once again, if you guys are new to this space, maybe you're new to the channel, you're a new subscriber. Number one, welcome. Number two, you should know that if there's anything that you want to dive into, if there's any article that you want to read in full, maybe after the video, I link to everything in the description below. You can check out all the URLs, all the links are there under references in the description. Moving right along here, XFI is in the news, XFI_official. We're excited to announce the upcoming expansion of XFI to the Binance Smart Chain. To celebrate, we're giving out airdrops of BSC-based XFIT tokens as community rewards to show our appreciation for your support. You can find out more here on the links that are provided. Moving right along, AIOZ is in the news yet again. AIOZ network partners with OMNI video sharing app. OMNI AI is a never-before-done mega app. Things you can do on OMNI. You can go live, you can share stories in chat, you can have video calls, photos and special effects, and much more. You can read about that as well on medium.com. I'll link to this, of course, in addition to everything else in the description below. The AIOZ network partners with OMNI video sharing app. Blank Wallet here is in the news. Yesterday's early access round went smoothly. Today we're sending out another batch of emails to subscribers. You can check your email, download the wallet, and share your feedback. Blank Wallet, of course, was one of our picks for potential 100 times moonshot altcoin gems. You can go back and check out that series of videos. We highlighted 20, in fact, altcoin gems. And I guess you could say the spiritual successor to that series is now Project's top crypto altcoin gems you ought to be on the lookout for in May and June and kind of throughout the summer. So we began with our top 5 yesterday for May. Check out that video if you've not already, and be on the lookout because we're going to have subsequent follow-up videos for, again, not financial advice, but just our personal opinion, projects that we're excited about, projects that we feel punch well above their weight and perhaps are about to be discovered, but we feel they're going to do very well in the coming weeks and months and years, in fact. Moving right along, Convergence Finance is in the news at ConvergenceFin. ConvPool is ready for the community to test out on Kovan. Check out the article walkthrough on ConvPool features here on medium.com. You can check that out as I'm starting to sound like a broken record, but you can check all of these links in the description below. Of course, ConvPool launched on testnet. ZeroSwap here is in the news at ZeroSwap Labs. ZeroSwap DEX decentralized exchange testnet launch. We're excited to announce the launch of ZeroSwap DEX on testnet, the multi-chain DEX aggregator with gasless transactions and zero fees. Testnet URL, for those that are so inclined, is right there. Okay, we're taking a look at some updates now from StorX, which, if you're unfamiliar with StorX, it's kind of a blockchain-based variation on what is probably a familiar idea to you guys, distributed cloud storage. Well, actually, I should say you're most likely familiar with cloud storage. This is, of course, the distributed equivalent here. It's powered by XinFin blockchain network. XinFin, of course, is something that we've been covering in recent weeks. We also, as I mentioned in the last video, if you go back, we were covering XinFin as early as kind of 2.5 years ago in what's now been a discontinued altcoin buzz podcast, sort of long form discussion YouTube channel. But we spoke a couple of times with one of the founders of XinFin, David Freuden, and then more recently, they've caught our attention once again. They're in the news and they're supporting this distributed cloud storage effort here by StorX. So if you've not ever heard about StorX, the mainnet is here, and StorX is an XRC20 utility token that powers StorX data storage marketplace. And the idea is that it helps you securely encrypt, fragment, and then distribute important data across multiple hosting nodes spread worldwide. So StorX provides a democratic marketplace for hosting data, replacing the centralized intermediaries with a decentralized blockchain network. Exercise complete control and grant access to your data sets without any centralized intermediary. So, of course, I'm on the website here. I'm reading off storx.tech. And you can check this out. I'll link to it below if you want to check out more information about how StorX works. Here's, in a nutshell, some of the advantages that the project offers. Number one, it's easier to use than a lot of the alternatives out there. There's a lot of value for money, arguably, right now with this particular initiative. It has the highest uptime guaranteed. It's free 24/7 community support, and the community is one that is actually growing pretty organically and pretty quickly. Fastest data retrieval in the space, 100% trustless storage, 100% anonymous, of course. It's open source. There's a free trial that is available if you're so inclined and if you're interested. Again, check out the website for more details. And you can buy storage using your choice of either fiat or crypto. The StorX co-founder, Handy Barrett, has provided valuable insights here on why they feel that this is the future of the space, decentralized storage. Again, you likely have heard about cloud storage, but decentralized, distributed cloud storage is very much the next step. And it's brought to us in a way that, only really blockchain can make possible. So StorX has made it here to investing.com. Here's what the co-founder had to say here. So as enthusiasm grows around the StorX network, co-founder Mr. Barrett provides valuable insights to boost the community's morale and to keep FUD at bay. That's always the prime objective, to keep FUD at bay. But, it's getting easier and easier. There's a lot to be optimistic about in this space, and a lot of great projects in the space, of course. So this is a candid AMA session, Ask Me Anything, in which questions about the StorX community are brought up, social media, these are where the questions are, I guess, harvested. Not to go through all of it here, but if you're interested, we'll include this in the description below as a link. Once again, investing.com. And do be sure to check out the website. It is storx.tech. Okay, also in the news today, we have updates from Firo. This is the project that is formerly known, or was formerly known, I should say, as Zcoin, now rebranded as Firo. And they're bridging the fiat gap here with this update. Payment gateway Guardarian is now offering Firo. So this is a pretty big deal. If you've not heard of Guardarian, so Firo has partnered with them. They're a premier white label payment gateway that bridges the gap between fiat and crypto. It's a partnership that introduces two fiat pairs, Firo USD and Firo Euro. That's EUR. And that's going to enable fiat to Firo purchases via credit card and SEPA. SEPA, that's Single Euro Payments Area. It's not an acronym I've heard of previously, but if that's part of your world based on your geography, then apologies for not getting it right off the bat, but SEPA, never heard of that one. Single Euro Payments Area Euro Transfers. Okay, so what does this change in a practical sense, in a pragmatic sense? Well, Guardarian makes purchasing crypto easy and convenient through multiple payment methods, including all the cards, Visa, MasterCard, as well as Union Pay and bank transfers. Individuals can buy or sell Firo in just 10 minutes with some of the best exchange rates and fees offered on the market. What does it mean specifically for Firo users? Well, Firo users can now purchase and transact a maximum of 2,000 euro per transaction, up to 20,000 euro per month actually through Guardarian's platform and mobile app. An account is not necessarily required for exchanges, and only a mobile phone number and proof of ID are needed to verify identities. All transactions feature integrated KYC AML, that's Know Your Customer, anti-money laundering procedures, and verifications to meet global regulations. It's an integration that enhances Firo's utility among individuals and businesses and continues their work on introducing new integrations and bridges to those users. So this partnership offers Firo an excellent opportunity to collaborate with a service backed by major payment solutions. Firo hopes that their work with Guardarian will continue to amplify Firo's use and adoption among individuals that yearn for easier ways to buy, sell, and spend crypto while maintaining transactional privacy on the blockchain. And although Firo champions privacy, they also recognize the need for compliance within the industry when dealing with fiat to achieve mass adoption. Guardarian's approach to simplify KYC AML procedures reduces friction on this front while remaining compliant for regulators' recommendation. That is a quote courtesy of Ruben Yap, project steward of Firo. Check out the website, guys. We're on firo.org. You can also check out the press release regarding this very impressive and very exciting integration news with Guardarian on firo.org. I'll link to both in the description below. All right, that is it for this Saturday edition of the Altcoin Buzz cryptocurrency news. All the news that is fit to discuss in video YouTube format. But look, the news never stops, guys. It keeps flowing. There's more and more of it, these recent days, these recent weeks. I think it's only going to continue. We're on the course now of mass adoption, and there is no going back. So even, any snippet of news that I try to present, any few stories, it's like trying to drink out of a fire hydrant, right? It's just this deluge of information constantly, all the time, 24/7. My recommendation, therefore, is that you follow us on all the regular social media channels and keep checking back into altcoinbuzz.io to best stay up to date and keep on top of the developments. As you know, none of this is financial advice. We don't offer financial investment advice. We don't coerce you. We don't push projects one way or another. We're just conveying our own information and our own enthusiasm. But I do wish you all the very best of luck if you do choose to invest. Members of the Altcoin Buzz Army. First and foremost, though, stay safe. Have a great Saturday, a great weekend, and we do hope to see you again soon in our next video. Take care.